So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's do_better_fitness, and that's for my work one, and our car one is watch_German_cars.
Okay, so our referral code for Instavolt charging, this will get you £5 off your charge, is small e, big Q, big P, big Q, and small p. So if I was going to buy one, I would honestly pick the red one. I don't know if everybody knows this, but in America, my wife actually had a CLA250 AMG, and in America, we liked it. It was a pretty good car. You can watch my review if you want to. Since that was the AMG motor version, there was no frunk because it's not an EV. But now this is an EV and it actually has a frunk, which I'm very excited for. It is a little bit bigger than the Model 3's frunk and a little bit bigger than the Porsche Taycan's frunk. It can hold 3.5 cubic feet, which is 101 liters, which is pretty good, honestly. That's a big helpful because most of the Mercedes do not have a frunk, and I think they're listening to the customers finally. With the rear seats folded down, you got 1,200 liters, which is 42.3 cubic feet. And with the seats up, you got 460 liters, which is 16.2 cubic feet. So that's about what you expect from this is a smaller car. So even though we had a very expensive one, I think our build in America in I think it was a 2015. It was about I think 70s, maybe high 60s. So as much as a C class. Its interior never felt luxury or high standard to us because we had a bunch of other cars and they always did. But now they've grown up, it feels a lot better. There are still some hard plastics down below, but the leather is nice, the interior looks great, the screens are nice, it's super safe. The infotainment and the technology is amazing. So they got the same kind of system that we have in the EQS 53. So it's got that, it's an MBUX system. So it's got the augmented reality, so it can show you on the screen what's going on. They're also using quite a lot of AI, like Microsoft Bing. They've got Chat GPT. They're using Google, so they're using a lot of tech now, and that really does help their system. So if you don't want to make it look cheap, you do need to option the passenger display. If you don't, it looks like this, and I just think that looks weird, but honestly, it's up to you guys if you don't want to. These are just permanently there. The passenger display only works if there's actually a passenger, and if you start looking at the screen, it will turn off, which is pretty good safety-wise. So here, the prices, I haven't driven the 350 4MATIC yet. I will soon, and then I will do a review just on that, and I'll also give you the charging curve. So these have all been driven by journalists and people from YouTube. So when I got into this one, this was already on the odometer. So for a 2 hour and 58-minute drive, they were able to get 4.2 miles to a kilowatt hour, which is pretty good. So this is an early video and this is an early vehicle. So when you get your new one, unfortunately this is an 800 volt, not 400 volt. This is not able to charge on the 400 volts system quite yet. So that's only going to be effective if that's 50 to 100 kilowatts, and then the 800 volt system will be fine. So what Mercedes have said is that you can use this on a wall box at home, or you can use it at the fast chargers. And if that's going to be a problem for you, wait until they do release the update. So this will be able to later in time use a 400 volt architecture. It does come with an 11 kilowatt charger on board, so that's pretty good. Beats the 7.2 that most vehicles used to come with. And as an option later on, not yet, you can get a 22 kilowatt charger on board. Okay, let's talk about the rated WLTP range for the minimum trim. So we're looking at 492 miles. With the maximum trim model, this is 431 miles. And if you were using range mode and slower than 90 kilometers per hour in perfect conditions, you would be able to do 377 miles. In range mode at about 70 miles per hour or less perfect conditions, which is 112 kilometers per hour, you'd be able to get 311 miles. And in range mode up to 120 kilometers per hour, which is 74.53, you'd be able to get 293 miles. In a basic model with the heating or air conditioning on, you're looking at 351, And if you were in the top trim with the heating or air conditioning on, you're going to see a range of 319 miles. Now for the part that everybody wants to know, the real world range. So these examples with perfect condition, and the needing heating and cooling will be included. So if you're going to do 90 kilometers per hour, 56 miles in perfect conditions, you're looking at 377 miles, and that's about 4.4 miles a kilowatt hour. If you had the heating on in this circumstance, you were looking at 337 instead of the 377. So that's 3.8 miles a kilowatt hour. And if you were going to use the freeway or motorway, you're looking at 70 miles per hour, which is 112 kilometers per hour. With perfect conditions, you're looking at 311 miles, which is 3.7 miles to a kilowatt hour. And if you, same conditions, 70 miles per hour, and you had the heating or air conditioning on, you were looking at 3.3 miles to a kilowatt hour, which works out to 280 mile range. So now if we're going to go a little faster, so if you're in America, 120 kilometers per hour, which is 75. And if you had no air conditioning, no heating, perfect conditions, you're looking at 293 miles, which is 3.5 miles per kilowatt hour. And if you were going to use a heating or air conditioning in that same circumstance, you're going to be looking at 268 miles of range, or 3.2 miles to a kilowatt hour. So unlike the previous Mercedes vehicles, which are 400-volt architecture, this is 800. So this is going to charge a lot faster. It's not going to hold the speed for forever, but honestly, it still makes a big difference. So your optimal charging speed for this vehicle is going to be from 2 until 18%, and all that will be over 300 kilowatts. So at 2% is 300, and 307, 315, F4. And then it's going to go all the way up till it hits a peak at 9%, which is 345 kilowatts an hour. And it's going to hold that until it gets to 18%, and then it's going to drop down to 283. And then it's going to stay around that until you get to 36%, which is going to start dropping. It goes down to 251, then 231, then 200 slowly. And once you get to 51%, it's going to start dropping below 200. So I would say that's a pretty good point of charge, depending on what speed of charger you are on. And once you get to 80%, just like any vehicle, this is going to drop a lot. It's going to be below 100 kilowatts. So Mercedes say 6.7. It's actually getting a little faster 0 to 60, which is awesome. That's what you want to see. So hopefully this video has helped you guys. Please like and subscribe. And if you too have a question, let me know and I'll do my best to help you. See you guys next Wednesday. Bye.